Hello everyone, I greet you in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to react to. And this one says that this country does not have a mosque, but Islam is growing rapidly. So which country should that be? Of course, when we get out to the video, we can be able to know the country that this video is talking about, and then what is really happening that is making Islam to just grow on its own. Okay, it's actually a mystery, and then we need to check this out, of course, when we get down to the video. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So guys, without any further ado, let's get down to this video and check this out.
Friends of Islam, this time Islamic circles are back in front of you to share Islamic information, hopefully inspiring your activities today. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the bell button notification, so as not to miss the latest news from the Islamic Circles channel. Islam is one of the religions with the second largest number of adherents in the world. That way, you can be sure that in all countries, there are Muslim residents. But even so, you know not if there are still some countries that have a Muslim population, but do not have a mosque in the country. Surely most of you don't know. Therefore, check out this short video clip only in Christian Islamic circles. The first country is Slovakia. Approximately, what do you know about the country of Slovakia? In full, this country is called the Slovak Republic or Slovakia. This country is a fragment of the sovereign state of Czechoslovakia in Central Europe. In the past, before World War I broke out, this country was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Speaking of the development of Islam in the country with Bratislava as its capital, it seems that many of us do not know that Slovakia is one of the countries that does not have a single mosque there. That fact, just as CNN reported, occurred when Slovakia received immigrants from the Middle East who were victims of civil war. Reportedly, Slovakia is willing to help reduce the wave of European refugees by accommodating 200 immigrants from Syria. However, they require their immigrants to be Christians, because Slovakia does not have a mosque for Muslim immigrants to worship. Slovak Interior Ministry spokesman Ivan Netic said, "We don't have mosques in Slovakia. We don't want Muslim immigrants to feel at home in Slovakia, which has a small Muslim population here." It is known that there are currently only about 2,000 Muslims in Slovakia. But do you know why there are no mosques in Slovakia? It's all because the country passed a law that effectively banned Islam as one of the official religions there. Next is the country of Cuba. Although famous for having the best health system and insurance in the world, Cuba also has a fact that not many people may know. According to statistical data, Cuba has around 3,000 Muslims there, representing 0.03% of Cuba's population. Despite their minority status, interestingly, Muslims in Cuba have never been reported to suffer violence or religious sentiment, either in society or government. This Caribbean island nation is the only one in the Caribbean without a mosque. According to a news report, they only worship in their own homes. In addition, they also collectively rent a building, such as a shop building, so that they can worship in congregation. An Islamic organization in Cuba, Havana Muslim Community, reportedly submitted a request to the government to build a mosque. Even since 2015, the foundation stones and signage for the construction of the mosque have been built. But according to Pedro Lasso Torres, the leader of the organization, for the consideration of the local government, they refused to continue the construction. Next up is the country of Estonia. Estonia is one of the 16 countries of the Soviet Union. This country holds many of the most historic churches in the world, making it designated by UNESCO as one of the world's heritage sites. Because of this, it is natural that Muslims are a minority. They are known to live in the midst of Protestant and Orthodox Christians, who are the majority. Reportedly, Estonia's Muslim population only accounts for 1% of the country's total population. Currently, about 50% of Estonian Muslims live in Tallinn, and the rest live in areas such as Nakvere and Narva. Reported from a source, there are no mosques in Estonia. In their daily lives, there are only apartment rooms that are used for congregational prayers and Islamic activities, such as Islamic lectures, Arabic language courses, and learning the Quran. Next up is the country of Uruguay. Uruguay is the second smallest country in Latin America, bordered by Brazil to the north, the Uruguay River to the west, the Rio de la Plata or River Plate to the west, and Argentina on the opposite bank. Like many Latin countries, Islam is a minority religion in Uruguay. According to the International Religious Freedom Report, the Muslim population in Uruguay is only around 0.1%, or approximately 300 to 400 people, most of whom live on the Brazilian border. Despite their minority status, Uruguay reportedly guarantees its citizens the right to embrace and practice religion. Another country is Monaco. Monaco is a sovereign state in Western Europe. The country, which only covers 2.02 square kilometers, borders France on 3 sides. Monaco is said to be the second smallest and most densely populated country in the world. As is known, Roman Catholicism is the official religion of Monaco, which is followed by 83.2% of the population. As many as 12.9% of the population have no religion, and 2.9% are Jews. Then what about the Muslim population there? According to an article on the website, the Muslim population in Monaco only consists of about 280 people, most of whom are Arabs and Turks. It is also known that Monaco does not have a single mosque there. Therefore, for Muslims who will perform worship in congregation, they usually do it in a mosque in the neighboring country of France. As we know, the mosque is a place of worship that is very meaningful to Muslims. Besides functioning as a place of prayer, the mosque is also used as a place to deepen the knowledge of Islam among its adherents. No wonder the existence of a mosque is very important for Muslims in a region or country. But it turns out that there are also some countries that do not have mosques because the majority of the population is non-Muslim. Besides that, there are also other reasons that make a country not have a mosque, among others, because of the policy of the government itself, or because of regional limitations. Those are some countries that don't have mosques but have Muslim populations. Are there any other countries that you know of? Let us know in the comments column. Thank you.
Well, that's a very interesting video, learning about some of these countries that don't have mosques, even though it has Muslim population. But then if you look at, in a sense, some of them, you realize that some of them is not that, of course, that they stop them, okay, that they actually even encourage them. For instance, Uruguay, they were saying that, oh, the people are free to actually embrace Islam if they want to. But then if you went on to check out, in a sense, Slovakia, Monaco, Cuba, and the rest of it, Estonia, you realize that those ones, in a sense, they don't even want, in a sense, Muslim, okay? And then that's why I see that some of the Muslim community decide to maybe write a request, in a sense, to the government if they allow them to build a mosque. But then, of course, they turn it down. It's based on some of the policy that the people have already built, being one of the reasons why they do what they do. But then one thing I know is that it's not by force that you have to really pray in the mosque. And one thing I like about the Muslim that I do see around is that some of them, anywhere they just find themselves, they will just get water and then they will just wash their feet and they will just stand and then they will just do their prayers, and that's it, right? So if you get the mosque, fine. If you don't get the mosque, it's don't supposed to be the reason why you should not, understand, worship God. Since we all believe that God is omnipresent, it means that God is everywhere, right? And if God, in a sense, is everywhere, it means that anywhere you find yourself, you can still pray, right? You don't have to say that, oh, because it has to be this way before I pray. No, anywhere you find yourself, you understand, you pray. For instance, I have a younger brother that traveled to Saudi, for instance, and then when he went there, and then he was like, that place where he is, like, there are no churches. I was like, oh, you don't need to bother yourself, you understand. Anywhere you find, just pray, that's it, okay? It's not by force that it says that you have to find a church. So that same thing is also applicable. It's not necessary that you have to, you understand, be in a mosque. Anywhere you find yourself, you can pray. Even in your room, you can pray, you understand. So you don't have to limit anything, you understand, and says that you have to find yourself, you understand, in a mosque. But then if at some point the government decide to maybe leave some of their, or maybe adjust some of those things, amend their policies and all those things, and decide to allow them to build the mosque, so be it. But then if they still refuse, you can still pray on your own way. God understand, and then he see the situation, and then I think that he will still even answer and answer your prayer. So you don't need to worry yourself about, you understand, the building that until it is in the mosque. No, you don't have to do so. But then it's actually a very interesting one, and I think that maybe probably people should have freedom to worship wherever they want to worship. Like, it should be, you understand, their choice. But then it's now left, you understand, to us, whom, you understand, God is using, you understand, to touch people's life, for us to be able to meet people, talk to them, encourage them to our religion. If they feel like Christianity is right and they decide to accept, so be it. If they refuse and they say it's Islam they want, so be it. At least it's better for them to worship something, right? What if maybe probably they decide to maybe stay at home, they don't worship anything, they are just atheists and all those things, right? So it's better, at least they should just believe in something, and then whatever they believe in, they should be very devoted, in a sense, to it, and then do as how God has commanded, in a sense, in those scriptures, or probably in the Quran. A very interesting video, and I hope that we have learned a lot as far as this video is concerned. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, you should like, share, and subscribe. If you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section, and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed, and I see you in my next video, and happy Ramadan. Bye bye.